Greetings, friends. Very excited to be back on air again with some more marriage testimonies. You know, we always say there's nothing that beats your own testimony in terms of how God has worked miraculously to bring you to a point of grace that you are in. So this week, I have a very exciting young couple. They've been in marriage for a few years now, and I'm very pleased to bring you Mr. and Mrs. Nkomo. Greetings, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
We're fine, thanks.
Great. Are you ready to share your story?
Very.
I know you guys have been in it for a few years, but tell us how you met and the circumstances under which you met and when you were actually married. Melvin, maybe you want to go for it.
Oh, okay.
You, the man who started this whole thing.
Well, I always think ladies first, but I'll take a shot at this one.
All right.
We happen to be so fortunate because we come from the same hood.
Okay.
We just stays a block away from where I stay.
All right.
And we attended church together.
Okay.
And I've known her for quite some time.
Okay.
Not as my girlfriend or what, but as my friend.
All right.
From church. I actually happen to know the mother more than her. So
okay.
it worked to my advantage.
All right. All right. Yeah. But tell us a little bit more there. That's you seeing her, but that's not you meeting her.
Yes.
Maybe let me ask Noma. Noma, how did you actually remember him making an impression on you? What actually happened? What was the circumstances?
As he said, we met about 10 years ago because he never used to stay. I come from Tumbane.
Right.
So he used to stay in Makuligwe. So about 15 years ago, then he moved to Tumbane. But I only got to know about him maybe 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then, we just used to know each other like youth at church. And they used to be in the same department with my mom. So
all right.
that's how I got to know him. Because, yes, he used to come to my house if they had to discuss something.
All right.
Yes. But then the time he asked me out back then, about maybe 7 years ago, I think I was in a relationship. So
okay.
Yes.
All right. So he came budging in.
So it didn't amount to anything.
All right.
But we have some mutual friends.
Okay.
So I used to, because he moved to SA after college.
All right.
But I was still in Zim.
Okay.
So we'd meet when I'd come here to SA. I would stay with my friend, who is the wife of his friend.
Okay.
So yes, on this other occasion, we met when his friend came to meet. She was then the girlfriend. Yeah,
right.
So then we met, and after that we just started chatting, but as friends.
Okay.
So it wasn't until years later, actually 3 years ago, when I moved to Harare.
All right.
From Bulawayo.
All right.
And then he works for Econet, so from Joburg. So he frequented Harare.
Okay.
Yes, so another mutual friend of ours.
You guys need to be... I'm waiting to hear how this relationship actually started.
Yes, that's where it started.
But thanks for that information. So, Melvin, what happened for you to get to a level where you said, I think I want to live with this lady. I want Gugu in my life. What actually happened?
Okay. Yeah. Like she said, she's been a friend.
Yeah.
And I've always admired her from just looking at her upbringing, because her mom is she's a very upright woman.
All right.
And just from that, she was just a respectable and an honorable a lady who had so much dignity. And there was a time I used to frequent Harare a lot because of work and all.
Yeah. So
it happened that I was actually looking for her.
All right.
Then I asked a friend of mine. Then she told me, the guy told me, okay, well, it's such a place, and she gave me the contact.
Okay.
And
so by then you're already hunting for her trail.
Yeah. Yes, trailing her. Yes, I was definitely.
So how did you actually say? How did you actually throw the word for her to say, you know what, I want to be in a relationship?
Well, that actually worked out easier because I would actually equate it to a day.
Okay.
We are actually asked out.
Yeah.
And as previously, when you're growing up, you would wait for a day when someone would come and say yes, and
Yeah.
oh, you're all excited. No, it didn't happen that way.
Okay.
But we got to be more of friends.
All right.
And we actually talked about it, of escalating the friendship
Yeah.
to a better and a bigger dimension, biased towards being life partners and all, right?
All right.
And it wasn't a definite no, it wasn't a definite yes, but we continued the friendship with the intention of picking it up to a higher and a bigger level later.
Yeah.
So
Look, there are young people out there who are listening to you, and they're like,
yes.
when is Uncle Melvin going to tell us how he actually did it?
So what I did was actually I told her point blank that, look, I didn't use any fancy words or what, you know,
Yes.
but I did tell her my intentions
Yeah.
of her being my better half and
Yes,
all.
yes.
Then she didn't say no, she didn't say yes. But at the back
Okay.
of my mind, it was a yes, because if a girl doesn't want you, she'll tell you right away. So
Okay.
years of experience
So,
taught
so,
me
so, so,
that.
when was this?
That was in 2013.
2013.
Yeah, that was
okay.
in 2013.
Yeah.
So we dated for some time, and she would come this side. I'll go to Harare.
So you actually proposed to her when you were in two different countries.
Yes,
Yes.
How did you maintain that distance?
we never had an instance where we would go for a month without spending more than a week together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how close we were in terms of considering our physical disparities.
All right.
She was in Harare, I was in Joburg.
Yeah.
But I would even spend 2 or 3 weeks in Harare, and she would also commit to come over to South Africa,
Yeah.
take leave, and that's how we kept the
So
relationship going.
so Noma,
Yes.
how did you receive the word? There are girls out there saying, how did Auntie take it? How must I react when a boy says, I love you?
I think, because I think for all girls, I think I speak for all girls when I
Yeah.
say you know what your reaction, your answer is going to be.
All right.
But you can't just say it outright when someone says it, like 5 minutes later, and
Yeah.
you say, like as if you're waiting for him to say that,
You don't want to look desperate.
or too eager.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
So, but I think a guy can always tell if you're interested, because your
Okay.
actions will speak louder than anything you could ever say.
Very true.
So I didn't say yes,
Okay.
like that word.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember what I said. But I probably said, okay, let's wait and see.
Okay.
There, like time will.
Now,
will
so
tell.
2013, we are in 2015 now. So what has happened in between when you proposed?
Yeah.
How did you get married?
From the time we started communicating, we made sure that we communicate effectively. We never had a day or even more, we never had an hour where we don't communicate. We communicated effectively, even though she was in Harare and all, and that really kept us going. And
I'm sure you had high telephone bills.
Actually,
Oh, you
3
using-
lines.
WhatsApp was there by then.
Yes,
I'm
and
sure.
Skype.
Yeah, and Skype.
yeah,
Yes, and
WhatsApp, all
G-Talk.
those communication portals were there and all, and we did use it to our advantage.
All right.
And it worked out to our advantage.
So when did you actually get
And
married?
We got married. 27 July last year.
Okay.
Yeah, and we wedded.
Yeah.
28 September.
All right.
Yes.
So you guys are still in your
exactly 11 months.
11 months.
And I think we're still in
Wow.
honeymoon phase.
Wow. tell me about your experiences so far, because this is the most difficult time, I'm sure, for most marriages.
Yes.
Because they're just getting in and they're discovering each other. So what are some of the experiences that you've had, the good and the bad, that you perhaps might want to share with those who are already getting into marriage and they would want to know how does it look like inside your marriage?
Well, I would start on the good part. I would say we are good friends.
I'm glad
And-
there's still some good. 11 months into this.
Yeah, we're really good friends.
Okay.
If I'm happy, she
Yeah.
knows I'm happy.
All right.
And I make it sure that she knows that I'm happy. She can easily pick it up that I'm happy.
Yeah.
If I'm not happy, she easily picks it up that I'm not happy about something. But getting to the table of airing out differences, that table is always open for discussion. We communicate effectively, and we always foster the habit of studying the Bible together.
That's good.
Praying together. We never go a day or time where we don't dedicate that time. Even if it's very late, there are instances where I get home very late. You know, we do sit and have time to pray and have time to talk and all, and that has managed to keep us going. Good. Because there are instances where things are difficult. Maybe you're not happy about something, this and that and all, right? Yeah. But that neutral point of it having God as the center of reference to our friendship, that's good, has really managed to see us through a lot of things.
So, Gugu, you say it's about 11 months now?
Yes.
And how has it been so far?
So far it's been good, because I think we're still at the stage where we're still discovering each other, because it's different when you're staying with someone at such close proximity, and when so I don't think it has been a lot of time for us to discover a lot of bad. But yes, we have some challenges in terms of trying to understand how the other person views things or understands issues. Yeah. But I think the fact, as he said, that we're open to discuss things. Yeah. When someone is not happy about something, then we'd rather sleep it off and have it out there.
That's good. You know, when we got married some 15 years ago, my marriage officer said there are 3 things that break marriages. One of them is in-laws. Okay. Of course, other people call it outlaws. and then money. Okay. And communication. You mentioned one of them, that you're communicating effectively, and I think he said that has to be a standard all the time. Now, I'm not going to talk about money for now, but you're most welcome if there's any issues to share how you are currently managing your finances. I didn't even ask if both of you are working, but money definitely is an issue. But I want to focus more on the first one, the in-laws, because my marriage officer said these other 2 are inanimate; they are not living. But your in-laws and outlaws are alive. They have mouths, they bite, they see. So how do you relate with your in-laws currently?
Well, I'd say we have a very healthy relationship. In that we communicate fine. Most of our in-laws are in Zim, but we do have families here in South Africa. All right. We do take time to go see them.
So by families, are these your offsprings, your uncles, your cousins?
Yes, I'm talking about my uncles, my sisters, my brothers. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And her uncles. And her dad is here also in South Africa. Her brother,
all right.
Other,
So tell me more, because it affects perhaps the wife in the African context more. Whether if you go to your in-laws, you know, so you don't cook, but at your house place, she's Umargazan and she has to cook. So how do you relate, Gugu, to the families? Both yours?
I think our situation is a bit different. Yeah. Because Malvin was raised by his uncle. All right. So when I go there, Umzulu.
Right.
So yes, unfortunately, unfortunately, both of our moms are late. So yes, there's no mom-in-law and dad-in-law. So it's the other extended families that are in-laws, and when they're distant like that, usually I think the impact of the outlaws, in-laws, it's a bit distant. Yes, it's less.
Yeah. Because that's one of the biggest challenges, that you get a lot of interference.
Yes. Yeah.
They knew you as Malvin, and they could approach you easily and get whatever they wanted. Yeah. The same with you. Yes. But now they are thinking, there's this gentleman or there's that lady. So that also affects a lot of marriages.
Yes.
Now, you've got siblings,
Yes.
your brothers, your sisters.
Yes.
How do you relate to them now that you're married?
Well, she's got 2 young sisters. And I always tell them they're not my young sisters, but they are my wives.
All right.
So we communicate a lot, and they are. I've known them actually. If I'm to put a hierarchy,
Okay.
I knew the mother,
All
then
right.
her young sister, then her.
All right. Okay.
So yeah.
So you were
she's
doing
got a-
rings around you.
So yeah, her young sister was she's
Okay.
quite active at church and all.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I knew her. You know, she's a very active person at church. So it was easy to relate to her and all.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but generally I relate very well to even her cousins and her brother
Yeah.
and her sisters.
That's
We
good.
talk a lot,
That's
and
good.
we never have any teething issues. I don't
All right.
get to call them and say, "Hey, your sister, this and that." Every time we talk, we just picking up a phone to say, "Hey, how are you doing?" And you know, we've always met on a good note, not on courts and disciplinary issues.
Now, I want to get to a very exciting, because you've got so much of the future ahead of you.
Yeah.
I mean, 11 months, you haven't even done your first anniversary yet.
Yes.
So there's definitely a lot in the future. Could you walk us through, in the 11 months, what have you talked about in terms of your future? I want to hear what your future plans are looking like. I like the way you look at it. What are the plans?
In the near future, we want additions to our family.
All right.
Yes, and we're,
You mean you want another wife?
no, no little ones.
Oh yes, the little ones.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'd also like to be independent in terms of careers. You know, do something that won't bond us necessarily to, you know, the 9-to-5 jobs.
All right.
Yes, and also we'd like to also help each other advance on our careers.
That's good.
Yeah, like reach the same like kind of academic level that he's always wanted to reach and that I want to reach.
Okay,
So,
tell us about that.
So-
What spaces are you looking at in terms of career development? Because there are some people who get married and then it becomes
That's the
a
end.
challenge to extend their career while
And
they have a relationship.
they-
But actually, it's quite amazing and quite interesting to see you thinking of both advancing. Walk us through what kind of careers you're looking at there. Because there are young people listening there and they want to know.
Yeah, basically, I've actually talked to a lot of my friends who have got the same challenge of balancing family, their careers, and their
Now you get children as well.
yes and yes. So basically, what we're looking at, getting to a point where we are independent of external factors that control us. By this I mean we want to spend more time developing ourselves as a family and as a community, and have more time for the kids, have more time for my wife, and basically foster that habit of bringing in a healthy family.
So you want to spend time at home? You want to work from home, or you want to run your own businesses?
I'd want to. I'm still studying now, right?
Okay.
It's a challenge because I have an 8-to-5 job. Then from an 8-to-5 job, at times I have to go to school and come home very late.
All right.
And when I get home, she's still waiting for me.
Yeah.
Still awake and all.
I know you're working in the IT sector. So
Yes.
which area are you studying?
Well,
in?
I'm actually in engineering.
Oh, is it engineering?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm currently doing my PhD now.
All right.
And it's quite of a challenge because there are instances where I have to leave here and go and pursue all those things.
Yes.
And she's very understanding and she's very supportive,
That's
and
good.
which is a good thing. But we're growing in that direction together. In that we we study together.
That's good.
And we have got those goals of being in a position to be wanting to be independent, so that we've got more time for what matters to us, which is our family.
All right.
In the near future.
So you're talking to an engineer, and these guys are very specific, precise to the measure. Have you thought about what areas of career you want to go into?
I'm in accounting.
All right.
So I'm also, fortunately now, we can study together because I'm also studying at the moment. So it's easier now because when he gets busy and with his boards and yes, I can also be doing stuff. So I also want to, right now I'm working on being a corporate secretary. So that's my most immediate goal. Yes. So yes, career-wise, those are our goals.
Wonderful. No, you guys have got the future ahead of you. So the Lord blessing you and leading you, I wish you all the best. Now, we get into a point where we're really looking at any parting words that you might have. It could be for your young brothers, your sisters, your family. It's that time again you say, this is where I'm going. Any final parting words from any of you?
Well, I would say marriage is actually a very beautiful thing. I've actually found meaning in life in something greater than myself. And it's something that I would encourage every young man to thoroughly consider it and prayerfully engage God in assisting him and in assisting them to reach this, because it's a very important and a very serious issue in this generation, because we see the divorce rates and a lot of things are happening. You would want to be in a position to say, whenever you've got a problem, go back to the person who gave you the wife, and you can say, you can confidently go back to God and say, God, I'm sure I got this from you. Can you tell me what is happening? So I would really say to all the young men out there, it's possible. It's not rocket science. It's a beautiful thing. You actually discover a lot of things about yourself that will help you develop your character for the coming kingdom. And that on its own, it also helps you not to be selfish. Think more of the other person, and in that you are building a society and a generation that would that's actually in the good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks very much. Gugu, any parting words?
Yes, I'd like to say that it can be a beautiful thing, and you own your happiness in marriage, because it is what you want it to be. Because it's up to you. You can wake up in the morning and decide to be mad, and your day will go miserably from then. But if you can decide to be happy every day, it's actually a choice. It's an everyday choice to be happy. So yeah, that's what I'd like to say.
I think on that note, like you're saying, it's actually a very conscious decision that you make every day to say, yesterday is gone. I'm looking at today and going forward.
In fact,
and that has helped us keep going forward.
In fact, one preacher told me, I think it's Pastor Papu, who says, we have a habit of celebrating anniversaries after every year. I'm sure yours is coming out soon. Happy anniversary. But he says, you know what? You don't need to wait for the full year to celebrate your anniversary, because your marriage can change in one second. 1 second that takes one of you out, and your life will never be the same again. So celebrate every minute you have. You celebrate it like you've won a World Cup. So Gugu and Malvin, thank you so much for taking time, and I'm hoping that 1 year in the future, we will sit again maybe after 15 years or 10 years and hear how your plans have come out. But for now, we really wish you all the best, and thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having us.
And to our viewers out there, that's all we had for you this week. We've been talking to Gugu and Malvin Nkomo, wonderful couple, and we pray and hope that you too, as you contemplate your decision on how to get married or have a partner in life, this testimony could also give you some encouragement. This is Melusin Jalambi from MelVee Video Productions saying God bless you.